I didn't call first. I just wanted to check on how you were doing.
Oh, thanks. Would you like a cup of tea or a honey, lemon and ginger? I've been drinking a lot of those.
For your flu?
I'm sorry, I felt bad.
It's okay. I spoke to Aroha. You got over-involved with a patient and you got burnt.
That was unprofessional. I know better than that.
Happens to all of us.
Not like this, it doesn't. Not what I did.
What did you do?
He killed my mother and he didn't care about that. He didn't care about anyone. I tried to help him and he still wouldn't change.
Go on.
I was in my car and he was just ahead of me and all I could see was me running him down. I wanted to do it. I had my foot on the accelerator. Right then, I wanted to do it. I didn't. But I could have. And that's what freaked me out. I'm a nurse and I could have really hurt someone. How do you do that? How do you turn into that person? That was a rhetorical question.
I know. I think anyone would have sympathy with what you've been through, Morgan. But in the end, you didn't do it. Don't forget that.
But how can I go back to work?
No, you listen to me. You are an excellent nurse. And don't let your career be derailed by a misplaced sense of guilt. That man is not worth it.
Oh, it's so good to have you home.
Oh, it's good to be home.
The funeral sounded amazing.
It was. I found out all these things about Nana that I'd never known. Like she went skydiving on her 70th birthday and lost her false teeth.
Oh, I shouldn't laugh.
Why not? She did.
I wish I'd met her. She must have been pretty special if she produced Nigel.
Oh, she was. She would have loved you.
Oh, sorry to interrupt the big homecoming.
You didn't.
Sorry about your gran.
Thanks.
What are you doing home? Your beautiful wife made lunch for me. I forgot to take it, sorry.
It was just leftovers from last night.
Too much time on her hands. Tell her to go back to work.
I had a few days off sick, that's all.
Oh, you didn't tell me.
She won't tell you this either, so I will. She turned down a fantastic opportunity this afternoon.
Gabrielle asked me to help with the deep brain stimulation.
The perfect nurse. Her words.
And you said no.
Mad, eh?
Well, no, not if you're still sick.
She isn't. Gabriel still needs someone, I checked.
Well, when is it?
Tonight.
I just want to stay home with you.
What, and watch me do the accounts? You go, I don't mind.
Morgan's going to be keeping an eye on you throughout the operation. She'll also be looking for any side effects when we connect the electrode to the thalamus.
I'm sure Dr. Jacobs has been over it with you.
More than once. I couldn't keep up with her.
Morgan's very experienced and very dedicated. Always willing to go the extra distance.
I wouldn't say that.
Well, she spent a good part of last week fundraising so a patient can visit a treatment facility.
And then every cent of it was stolen.
No.
It's a long, boring story.
No, I'm sure it won't be. Tell me later. I'll see you soon, Mr. McCauley. Any questions? Talk to Morgan.
Thanks.
It's amazing what they can do these days, isn't it? 10 or so years ago, no one would have dreamed.
Everything okay in here?
Excuse me. I don't think I can do this.
Last week was rough, I know that. But you're not going to get over it by hiding away. Sometimes I think we could all learn a thing or two from Gabrielle. To her, every patient is like a big, fascinating science experiment. She may as well be looking at amoebas through a microscope. But she does her job and she does it well.
I know.
And then she goes home and she switches off. Try it.
Oh, look at this. There's Nana in Wellington during the war.
Who's she dancing with?
Bill, 1942. The Yank soldier she almost married. But then he went off to Iwo Jima and never came back. How was the operation?
Gabrielle seemed happy enough.
You don't?
Mr. McCauley still has his tremor.
Well, I'm sure Gabrielle did the best job she could.
And I bet she's not at home fretting about it now.
You care too much, that's your problem.
Oh, please, I've already had that lecture once today.
From Gabrielle, what does she know about human emotion?
From Maya. When she didn't say anything I wasn't already thinking. What's the point in caring if all it does is make me miserable?
Well, you wouldn't be you if you stopped.
Life would be a lot easier though, wouldn't it? Look at the nightmare we went through with Cindy and Trent. All because sweet, caring Morgan thought she could solve all their problems.
Well, you did in the end.
And what did I get? The pain of childbirth and a whole lot of heartache. I'm an idiot.
You can't help it. You'll be just like Nana Tippett, 88 years young and still delivering Meals on Wheels to all the old people. Most of them were younger than she was. You still miss them, don't you? The triplets. Me too.
I'm in a foul mood. I might just go to bed.
Do you wish that we hadn't got married?
What?
Well, we got married for the babies. Do you wish that we hadn't?
It wasn't just for the babies.
Well, I know it wasn't for the sex. You can be honest. We thought we were going to be parents. Instant family. And then it didn't happen, and we've been muddling along in a daze ever since, wondering if we did anything right.
We did.
Well, why is it always somebody else's turn to be happy? What are we waiting for?
What do you mean?
Well, I want to be with you whatever it takes.
You are.
I know. I want us... I want you to have a baby. With me.
I didn't really need to sleep on it. I wanted to scream yes the moment you asked me.
Well, if we were being sensible, we'd probably wait a couple of years till one of us had a better job, but...
I don't want to.
Neither do I.
It's settled then.
Let's make a baby.
I'm just glad you think I'm worth the effort.
Oh, come on, you'll be an excellent mum. Everybody knows that. And if they don't, they'll find out.
That's not what I mean.
Oh,
We don't have to, unless you want to.
what? No, I was thinking...
Oh, of course you were.
I just don't like saying it. It always sounds so clinical.
All that matters is that I end up with a baby inside me. Who cares how it gets there, right?
Funerals that make people sit up for it.
It's not like that.
Are you sure? The guy's just come back from burying his gran, and the first thing he wants to do is get you into the sack. Gerald's rally should die more often.
It's not about having sex, it's about having a baby.
Yeah, I got that. But how are you going to have a baby if you don't even have... No, you're not. The Maya Jeffries method?
If it's good enough for every second lesbian on the planet, then it's good enough for me.
Why? You actually like sex with men? Hell, you're even married to one, for all the good it's doing you.
Please don't talk like that about Gerald.
Tell me that you're happy and I'll shut up.
It's not Gerald's fault he's the way he is. I knew what I was getting into when I married him.
It's crazy. Gerald's as old-fashioned as they come, but the one really old-fashioned thing you need him to do? Sorry lady, I don't go there. Tell him to get over himself.
It's not that simple. I wish it was.